Come here. Hi everybody, Brandy here doing my comments for my Stampin' Studio. And Rayleigh decided he wanted to help me with the video today. He's a little camera shy. Anyway, I wanted to make a short little video today about how to store your dies and your thinlits and framelits. Yes, Zinni, I know. Just a minute, buddy. Anyway, let's get started, all right? So, I have here the Sweet and Sassy Framelits die set that I just purchased about a month ago, and I've just started to get into them with some projects I've been doing. So I haven't had the opportunity to create the storage that I normally do with my dies, and I thought maybe I'd take this opportunity to share with you what I do. So just to kind of give you an example, I take my dies and I create this magnet sheet with some chipboard and a magnet sheet, and then I basically put my dies on there, and then I store them back in the original plastic container, just like that. Alright, so I will put in the links down below where you can purchase the supplies that I use to create my storage container or my storage solution. Basically what I've got here is I've got a piece of chipboard, and I've purchased this on Amazon. And then I have a magnetic sheet that is adhesive backed. So it's sticky right there. And before, this was also bought on Amazon. So what I do is I take the sheet that the dies come on, and I kind of give it a good measure. So this is going to be 6 by, looks like 6 1/4. I noticed that when I put it in the plastic bag or plastic envelope, there is some room on either side, and also on the top. I don't know, I kind of like my sheets to be a little bit wider, so I don't have too much of the dies hanging off the edge. This helps when putting them in and out of the envelope. So I decided I was going to do a 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. Now this doesn't go all the way to the edge, and I don't want it to go all the way to the edge because otherwise it's going to be a very tight fit. So I've already cut this piece, excuse me, and I used a guillotine type paper cutter, which I actually don't use it to cut my paper anymore because it's all gunked up with adhesive. But in any case, it's really good for this type of task. So I just checked to make sure that it's going to fit in there, and it does appear like it is going to. The next thing I do, excuse me, I've got a little bit of a cough going on, is that I used to cut my magnet sheets and then try to fit it just so, and I realized that I wasn't doing a really good job and ended up wasting a lot more than I should. So what I do is I just peel this back, and then I line up the edges this way, and that makes a bit of a better fit. And then what I'll do is I'll use the guillotine to cut those edges. And I'll be right back. That guillotine cutter is over there, and it's very heavy, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I cut the magnetic sheet after the chipboard was adhered down, and I've got it almost exactly positioned right, so I like that. And the other thing I do is the leftovers I keep on the adhesive back. So this was the one piece that was cut out of that corner right there, and then I will store this to be able to use for something else. Then I'll take my dies, oh, my dog's playing, and then I will set them up on my magnetic sheet. Just makes it easier when I go to use them. that they are just on a magnetic sheet and not on that adhesive piece of tape. I always recommend moving the paper back against the die as opposed to pulling the die forward, because a lot of times that can cause your dies to bend. So what I mean by that is instead of pulling this forward, I'm going to hold this straight and peel the backing off of it. And then just sort of move the dies around. I guess I should do it this way. I always forget to remind myself how they originally came on the piece of paper. It makes it easier to store if I can do that. There you go. Alright, now let's see if we can get it back in the envelope. There we go. All right. Oops. I think it needs to go this way. There, that's better. All right, and then that's ready for me to use. Now, I'm not sure what I did with the paper, but I usually store the paper that, the label that it comes with, in the folder itself. That way, if I ever want to resell it, the customer who gets it later will have that original packaging. Now, when I have done that, this is where I store all of my my dies. I've got these larger square shapes in the back end turned sideways, and then I've got my more narrow envelopes in the front. And as you can see, I'm running out of space, so I probably need to find another solution. But for beginners and those who are just starting to accumulate their collection of dies, this solution has been very helpful for me, and I hope it's helpful for you. Alright, well, if you like this video, please do like the video, and also do try to subscribe. I do post videos about once a week, and they come from card inspirations to tips and tricks on craft storage, which I'm obsessed with, and that sort of thing. So, hope you all enjoy this video. Take care. Life happens. I comment. Stamp me some love.